Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Ole Miss Rebels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will start this game off. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on second down from the 18. From the gun, the ground game. On the move is the 30. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the right. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
So the Clemson Tigers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that...
Nothing but green ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Clemson has always loved these quarterbacks who can put pressure on defenses by running the football.
No doubt. And, man, it's such an advantage to have guys that are elusive and electric that can get outside, and you got a back going one way, a quarterback going the other way. It really stretches your defense. And Clemson has been ahead of the curve, and they've been on this for a long time.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the ground with the back. Powers through the defender. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
To the air, it's Darasov. Quick strike complete. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off?
Hit the afterburners, kid. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he's wrestled to the ground.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are...
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
14, Ole Miss, 0.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Finds the big tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Keeping it on the ground with the single back.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Shakes off the defender. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Rebels look to keep this drive humming. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
The play action fake. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking downfield, it's Darasov. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A low line drive and short kick. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. First down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls, and most of the time I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Open space at the 25. Afterburners coming. 30. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Clemson. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a winner in the battle of the Willamette Valley between Oregon and Oregon State. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, vidi, vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep plowing it on until they find an answer.
Give to the single back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football and getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assert.
He's into the open down the middle. The 20, the 10, touchdown Clemson. And once he got loose, it was all over. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Ole Miss 0.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. Looking to throw, it's Darisaw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Nice move there. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Using his legs, it's off. And the Rebels will have a 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll ride the hot hand. Can't get him to the ground. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Running back searching for a hole. At the 45 on his way. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Might as well give it to him again. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, limiting his carries.
The option look. Now the toss. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Clemson jumps to the line. On the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before it's finally stopped. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They're bringing heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Looking to throw, it's Darisaw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking for room. It's awesome. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it.
He's loose on the right. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense...
Touchdown, Tiger! And they take it in for 6 more points. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Giving him his pads. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets him to the 28. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
He's just Johnny on the spot. That now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw on second down. Going deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there today in Oxford.
The Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Going to the run to start this second half. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Plows through the defense. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Now on second and short. On the option. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
caught in the backfield. It's Stevens. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
And I like the decision to go for it on 4th down. This running back's had some big moments in this game so far, and you're at about midfield, so you trust him one more time. This guy's gotten into a groove. He's been able to make the plays when necessary, and he makes a huge...
Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Tigers. And the stomping has commenced.
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Dumps it to the back. Gets it out quickly. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. And the Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Nice catch along the sideline and great effort to stay in bounds. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Rebels will punt this one away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team.
And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. Here comes the offense on 1st down. On the move, it's Cherry.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Holds and fires complete to the right. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Got his man quickly. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give to the tailback. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Purdue is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 18 to USC.
Dropping back, it's Darrisaw. He's got his man.
We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Coming after it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Got a lot of running room. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank.
Touchdown, Clemson! And the pummeling has started. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
56, Ole Miss 3.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On the run, it's awesome. Dances away from one. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking to pass. It's Darrisaw. It's caught. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. A big play for the defense with the 1st down. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. Escapes the sack. Got rid of it just in time. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Rebels will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Never had a chance. One coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Snags a quick pass on the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the right. Still on his feet at the 35. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He'll toss it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. And the route is on. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the 1st play.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. 2nd down now after the sack. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. On the run, it's awesome. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. The give. He's loose at the 15. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Back to pass. It's Darisaw. Pressure coming. Chunked it away just as he was hit. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Rebels decide to punt it away. Looks it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah.
Off he goes. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. He'll pitch it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Clemson is quick to the line. He'll ride his man on the option. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. On the option. He'll toss it. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tigers. And the beatdown has ensued. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And the extra point is good.
70. Ole Miss 3.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
To the air, it's Darisaw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant?
He's off to the races. Ball spins away. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Quarterback empties his backfield. He'll start this drive firing. This play will be a big indication of whether this drive goes anywhere on 2nd and long from the 11. They're trying to get to him.
The quarterback is set. A 10-yard loss.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Maybe just trying to get some breathing room to kick it away. And that is interception number 3 on the day. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.